Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the countdown? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, welcome to 600 Seconds with HYLO Art.
We in here, man. Just that way is Kill City.
Okay, introduce yourself for us.
My name is Reese Roller of Kill City and Just that ways, but you know, we here.
Alright, tell us about yourself.
I mean, you know, 25, born in Atlanta, raised in Jersey, grew up in the Met, and that's what I rep, so 803 to the enemy basically.
Okay, I feel you.
I mean, it ain't really much about me with that. I want to know a little bit, it's just, you know, I do landscaping, I paint, and I make music, so you know, regular dude.
Just trying to make it.
Basically. really trying to make it. Yeah.
Right. How'd you get started?
To be honest, two of my brothers, one day, like back in 2018, they went to the studio and they decided that they was going ahead and just go make a song. And I heard it, so I was like, I'm gonna go write something. And then I went to the studio, spit it, and it's right then and there. It was just like, the opportunity presented itself, just keep going.
Right, you just kind of just went with the flow?
Yeah, definitely.
You got some influences?
Definitely as far as influences, I would say is DMX and Benny Siegel. But you know, I'm 25 and a lot of people in my generation might not know who they is. But you know, that's two OGs in this rap game. If you know their music, you know what I'm talking about. But that's really who influenced me. But realistically, a lot of my skill came from my cousin, Lil Boogie. Well, Boogie, but you know, regardless, his Instagram name is Lil Boogie. Big shout out to you, cousin. But that's really where my skill set come from. Like from just listening to his music and then watching him in the studio, it taught me in a sense like how to deliver tracks and lyrics and stuff.
Okay, so your main influence was him?
Without a doubt.
Okay. What's your creative process like?
Basically, you know, I hit up one of the producers who be giving me beats, and they just send it to me. I listen to it a couple of times, and shout out my boy Merc the World. I'll link up with him. We discuss a little creative process, and I'll do like basically a rough draft where I just kind of hum the melody that I hear on the beat, and then I'll go back in after listening to that a couple of times and just write to it. Because I'm not a freestyler, like I'm definitely a writer. So like none of my stuff is off the head. It's definitely pen work. So.
Okay, so definitely well thought out.
I wouldn't say well thought out, but it's just...
You put something in it.
It's like whatever I think of at the moment, I just write it and I don't stop. And when I go back, I may edit out a couple of words, but I keep it authentic as what it was originally.
Okay, that's dope. Do you have a best work so far?
I'll say probably, to be honest, the song that made me realize I wanted to do music is one of my best pieces of work yet. It's a song called Chardonnay. Excuse my stutter, but off my debut project that I just dropped on October 26th. It's called The Evolution, and that was on my brother D-Lo's birthday. Shout out to him. You know, that's another one of them glory boys, how we do. But basically, that song is just where I started at, because I recorded that back in 2018. And when I recorded it, I realized I made a song that I ain't curse on, and it could just get played anywhere. And the vibe, the melodies made me realize that I can just do a lot of different things. So that's probably like my favorite song, besides my most recent one that I haven't dropped yet. It's a song that I'm basically gonna name 1738 Sippin'. Okay. But it's just like from that song to now, the evolution of what I've done as music goes like, that's where this song is leading to.
And where can they find your music?
You can find it on Apple, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, SoundCloud on a couple of tracks, but you can find our actual squad mixtape on SoundCloud. It's just Airways, but my personal music is on Apple, Spotify, and Tidal. And if you look up Reece, RREECE, you'll be able to find it easily. Okay. You're just gonna see a dude pulling out of the water with his head on the back. So.
Right. Okay. What's your current project you're working on?
Honestly, I wouldn't say it's a project, because at this point I just dropped one like maybe 2 weeks ago. So it's not really a project I'm working on right now. I'm doing basically what I did beforehand, which is just going to the studio, going off the vibe and what I'm dealing with in life, dropping music, and eventually a playlist will come out of that. Because like that's how I did the last one. I recorded about like 30 songs and I picked 8. So like I'm basically about to do the same next thing. But even out of them 30, a bunch of them about to drop, so stay tuned. But the next project is a whole different sound wave, it's a whole different vibe and melody than what I was on last time. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like that's important with artists. Like you always have to switch it up. Don't just stay confined to like a ballad. Because some people do.
But that's facts, because that's why I named the project The Evolution, because like through the process of me doing everything as far as, you know, promoting it, dropping it, recording it, I realized through that process what I was about to be able to do. And basically the last 3 songs on the project shows the evolution, because first 5 tracks is literally me rapping, spazzing. That's what Reese rolling at. But it's like the last 3 tracks show you what the evolution really is, because now I'm tapping into like what I would consider R&B style, but it's just me really vibing and being wavy. But like this whole next little vibe is just gonna be both of those collided in a sense, if that makes sense.
It does. Okay. Can't wait to hear it.
Yes, I think that's gonna be like twice as good as this last project was. But like I said again, go tap into that Apple, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, all that.
Now, if you weren't an entertainer, what would you be?
I'd be doing exactly what I do now, which is, you know, like, let me say this first and foremost, I'm a landscaper and a painter before I'm an entertainer / rapper, because I wouldn't consider myself a rapper yet, because of the following I have, it's just not where it could be, but I would definitely be doing landscaping and painting, because it's like a second-hand nature.
I'm gonna still give you your credit. You still a rapper, you still all that, no matter if you got 1 follower or a million.
I know, but it's just, you know, when you say what I would be doing, it's like, this is what I do. Like, music is just my dream. Like, it's not a hobby because it's a passion. It's like, it's my dream. So like, it's secondary to what I gotta do in my reality of what I'm still living as. Because I still got a whole life to live throughout doing that. Because I ain't made it yet. So like, once I make it, then you know, it can be, the landscape and paint can be secondary, but right now it gotta be first hand. We got bills, you know.
I feel you.
Like, for real. Still gotta make that money at the end of the day.
And speaking of your I made it moment, do you have one? Or do you know what it looks like?
To be honest, I'll say yeah, and I'm gonna speak on it just because you just asked me. I've never actually told nobody, but like I said in the beginning of this little interview, you know, Benny C was my favorite rapper, and he's actually reached out to me in my DMs and congratulated my music. I just don't post stuff like that because like I don't need nobody else's validation to know that he told me that. So it's like, I don't want to post that on the internet, but my favorite rapper has reached out to me and said like, you're talented, and he was actually gonna host my debut project, and he was gonna give me like a feature. There was gonna be a lot of stuff that came with the package that I was gonna get, but as I was thinking about it, it's just like, why would I do that and don't nobody know me yet? You know what I mean? Because if I do that, all the love I'm gonna get, it's not gonna be authentic to who I am. It's gonna be based off the fact that they see a person in the industry, his name, who he is, and then oh, he got him, so let me go listen. But it's like, I'd rather y'all just listen for me and then go forward with that, because that's always in the back pocket. Like, it's not like I let that opportunity pass, it's just not in the back pocket.
Right.
But that was definitely like, without a doubt, and I to be honest, that's my first time I've even told anybody outside of like my brothers and my family.
Right.
But it's like, cause there's no point in me telling nobody if I wouldn't want to do it, but that was, in my opinion, musically I already made it. Because when I started doing music, I said if I can get a feature with him, or him just hear my music, or DMX, either or them, it's just, that would have been enough for me.
Right.
I've been listening to them since I was like 4, so.
But that takes a lot of courage to actually like turn down the deal.
And it wasn't, I'm gonna be with you, it wasn't a money factor, like, because I got a real supportive squad. So like, if I didn't have it, they would have had it. It's not like I didn't even have it at all. It's just like, I thought about it for real, like I could do that, but the love wouldn't be what it would be for my creativity. It'd be off his name and people seeing it. So it's like, now, I just rather be me, because like, I see what my streams at, I see what my music doing, and I'm way more comfortable with that, rather than the 3-4 times what it could be with a cosign. You see what I'm saying? Cause
literally, so many artists need to hear that, because they'll, I wouldn't say sell out, but they would definitely hop on that bandwagon with someone else just to say, I made it, or I'm getting this money, or I've been put on.
And it's crazy because like, without even getting any recognition from anybody, the amount of fun that I have when I'm in the studio with my brothers, can't nothing top that. Like, I don't care if nobody ever listen to my music through or none of that. It's like the fun I have and the reason I do it is why I love it. Can't nobody top that. So it's like the fact that he literally reached in my DM and told me that, it was just, and it was crazy because my boys was the one who flooded his DM. Like they just commented on one of his posts and they all DM'd him my music. Yeah, like, and I'm telling y'all straight up, you don't got a good supportive team behind you in the whole system, it's not gonna really work like that. It's hard to just make it overnight, but you gotta have somebody behind you. And it's nothing wrong with saying that you need help. We humans, like everybody needs help. You may not want to admit it, prideful ego, but that's what it is. So like, shout out to my squad. Like that's really why I do it. And y'all gonna see you in a couple of minutes with this little performance too. Oh, Kill City, you about to go crazy.
Right.
Crazy.
If you could give entertainers all over one piece of advice, what would it be?
Just be yourself and don't worry about making it, bro. Because if you're an entertainer, who are you entertaining people for? Are you doing it because that's what you love, or is it you really just trying to entertain people? Because if you're trying to do that, it's many other ways that you could do it. But if you in the entertainment field and you're doing a skill. Say you rapping, say you doing comedy, say you sing, say you act, model, whatever. It's just like do it for you first, cause like that's the only person you need to please.
That's what's my motivation.
And realistically, even though it don't sound the way, I'm not trying to say what I'm saying, but don't nobody care, bro. Like, don't nobody care about what you're doing. It's just, if you do it, they're gonna respect you and appreciate it, but at the end of the day, you do it for you. You take care of your family, you take care of your friends, you take care of your people and your loved ones, and yourself, first and foremost. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Everything else is just
dropping gems.
Secondary. I'm just being for real though. It's just, you ask me to talk, I'm gonna speak that.
Look, I'm here for it. They're here for it. You is here for it.
That's what we on, man. Kill City just said waves. I ain't the only one in the squad that's like this, and I'm gonna keep shouting them out because, like, that's my inspiration. Like, for real. Like, we do this. It's us. It ain't just me. It's bigger than me. It's about we.
It's the team.
Exactly.
Now, why should people follow and support you? I feel like you just gave so many reasons why, but hey.
Even if that ain't enough, I'm gonna just say, like, if this performance gonna get recorded, that's enough, honestly. And that's really what this is about, my music. So that's more than enough. You just see us as well as myself. Or if you just listen, like when I say listen, I don't mean just go listen to the beat or go off the vibe or what somebody else say. Like if you actually understand what I'm saying, like on my project specifically, from start to finish, I'm telling you a story all in one. It's just a 20-minute story, but it all correlates from start to finish. So if you really just start listening, not even just myself, other artists out here, like we put our time, emotion, and souls into this craft. So if you're gonna go say that that's your partner, you're gonna support it, actually listen. Don't just vibe, but listen to the lyrics. Because people be talking like, it's artists that a lot of people in the city wouldn't even believe is as talented as they are because they never actually listen. Right. When you listen to understand rather than just respond, it's a whole different like wave that you tap into.
We got 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Exactly. It's a reason for that. Like,
it's a reason.
Facts.
Now, how can people follow you, contact you, drop your social media, email?
Alright, so my Twitter is RREECE36. That's pronounced Reece. My Instagram is the exact same thing, RREECE36, pronounced Reece. But it's really Reece Rolling, and it has no gang affiliation. It's just when you listen to my music, you'll understand what I mean by rolling, and it's just like I be turned, and I can't shy from that. I'm turned with or without anything helping that. That's just me. Since I was a kid up until now, me being a grown man, I'm always gonna be turned. Never gonna lose that side of me. So like, you can find me on those 2 platforms. And to be honest, like I don't know how to spell my YouTube name, so I'm just be real with that. But it's along the lines of KO King. But you know, once I look at it, I'll go ahead and figure it out.
We'll drop it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna drop it on that. But you know, I'm cool with that.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. I don't know it. I'm not gonna lie. I got 2 videos on it, but I don't know it. Like, I'm not even gonna pump it.
Well, we're about to get into this performance, so y'all give it up for Reece.
Good shit, just always in the building, man. I promise you, it's about to be turned.
Good job.
Oh yeah.
Good job.